All right, Moses, well, day 3 of the RBC Cup gets underway. Lloydminster Bobcats, though, still looking for their first win.
And it won't be easy for this team, especially when they have to take on the 2-time finalists Carleton Place Canadians at the Civic Centre. Speaking of which, Brett Morton, our very own Brett Morton, is at the Civic Centre right now, and he has a preview of the game tonight.
I'm joined here by Hockey Canada play-by-play Rob Hunter. Both teams down 0-1 so far after their first games. What did you see from these two teams in their first games of the tournament?
The Carleton Place Canadians, a veteran of this tournament, come out in their first game, and they get the first day off on the tournament, and so they had to take on the Trenton Golden Hawks, who were strong in their first game against the Brooks Bandits and strong again against Carleton Place. The Canadians will have to limit the turnovers that Trenton was able to force on them, and well, the Lloydminster Bobcats going to have to ride the emotion of their fans. It was a full building in game number 1 for the Lloydminster Bobcats, but it was maybe a bit of a quiet building, as I think maybe the fans almost as a bit of nerves, just like the Lloydminster Bobcats have. I think maybe one game into the tournament now, after 5 weeks off without having played a game, I think maybe the team and the fans a little bit more relaxed coming into the second game of the tournament.
And both of these teams, they said 0-1. How important is it for one of these teams? Obviously, one's going to get a win. How important is it to get a win here?
It's not must-win as of right now. There have been cases. You think back to 2012, the Penticton Vs started the tournament 0-2, went on, managed to make a semifinal as one of the lower seeds, and won their semifinal, and then captured the RBC Cup in a great final against the Woodstock Slammers that year in Humboldt, Saskatchewan. So it's not must-win time yet, but you certainly don't want to be the team that loses their second game, falls to 0-2, and makes that hill awfully big to climb. You get that first win, you get a little bit of breathing room, and you can start thinking positively about the rest of the event.
The Bobcats have been off for 5 weeks, like you said. Carleton Place, you said, veteran club to this tournament. Do you think that's more of a factor for Carleton Place, knowing that they've been through this numerous times?
Yeah, and if you look back the last couple of years, the Carleton Place Canadians, a team that have made it all the way to the final both years, losing to Yorkton in Vernon, and then losing to Portage in Portage. This is a team that knows what they need to do, and both those years they started a bit slow, and so seeing that first game where they did come out, lose that first game to Trenton, they know that what they need to get done here in this second game against Lloydminster, and they're hoping to quiet the fans early here at the Civic Centre.
You've covered Lloydminster, obviously Bonneville Pontiac's play-by-play, so you've seen the Bobcats lots this season. What do you think they need to do to get this win?
The big thing, and you got to get some saves from Alex Leclerc. To me, he's one of the best goaltenders, not only in the North Division of the AJHL, but the whole league. He was a finalist for AJHL MVP, a finalist for AJHL Goaltender of the Year, and he needs to play like it. That third goal that he let in wasn't one of his best, and then the fifth goal also hurt. But that third one, I really thought Lloydminster was getting some momentum against West Kelowna, starting to play pretty well after they'd given up the first 2 goals, and then the third one just seemed to be a backbreaker for the Bobcats. And so they need some goaltending, and then they need to, again, just continue to roll lines. They're a deep team, they're a big team, and they just need to find some offense and go to work with the momentum of the fans behind them here in Lloydminster.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Rob, for joining me once again here. Both teams looking for their first win of this RBC Cup tournament. Puck drop tonight at 7:30. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Brett. We're going to move on now to some more of the RBC Cup hockey. The Brooks Bandits were in search of their first win at the RBC Cup last night, taking on the West Kelowna Warriors. Now, you see, these two teams have developed a dislike for each other, and that is actually putting it mildly. Meeting for the third time in less than 2 weeks, the two have become mortal enemies, even during the ceremonial face-off, when West Kelowna took the draw instead of the home team, which was Brooks. And that didn't sit well with the Bandits. First period, down a man, Charlie Marchand springs Jeff Malott on a breakaway. He beats Keelan Williams to put Brooks on the board early, 1-0. Later in the frame, the Warriors would actually even this up. Kevin Blumenschein will try to finish up the end-to-end rush. He does not. But Liam Blackburn will battle for the loose puck, then spot Quinn Foreman, who goes upstairs, and we are even. And it seemed like we would head that way into the intermission until Brooks was given a late power play. Cale McCarr will skate in the slot and score to make it 2-1 for the Bandits. Middle of the second period, the Bandits on the man advantage. Joe O'Connor from the point puts it on net and he scores. It's now 3-1. Moments later, the Warriors will turn the puck over. Ty Mappin will set up Logan Mick for the one-timer. He will score his first of 2 goals on the night. Bandits exact some revenge with the 5-1 victory, and they had some choice words about the ceremonial face-off incident.
I thought that was a little ridiculous. We were the home team, and their guy takes the puck at the opening draw, so I don't know, I just just bad blood between both of the teams, and I think it's good though. We started really well, and after that, I mean, just played a simple game, and the pucks went in, got our bounces.
I don't know. I was standing back in the hallway. I just heard some commotion out here. I don't know. I guess at this event, this time of the year, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen something like that in quite a few years. It's a game that I think our guys had a heck of a lot more intensity for. 3 times I think we've played them now in 11 days, and they're a great team. We know how good we would have to be to beat them, so I think our guys are up to the challenge.
The Lloydminster Xtreme continue to find the win column. Just 7 games into the season, the Xtreme remained perfect in regulation. And Sunday, they faced the Sherwood Park Titans. This was a high-scoring affair. We'll go to the second period with the Xtreme down 9-7. Aaron Winterhall will find Twine to cut that deficit to 1, 9-8. Moments later, Terix Fisher-Cobes will get his 4th goal of the game to tie this one up at 9 apiece. Now, Brendan Russell will get into the action as well, as he will score, and the Xtreme would come back to take the lead 10-9. Now with the score 10-10, it's going to be Josh Golem who will give the Xtreme the 11-10 advantage. Moving on to the 3rd period, and the Titans would roar back. Now up 13-11, the Xtreme had to fight back. Titans goalie will make the big save, but Fisher-Cobes there to collect the rebound, and he will put it home. Fisher had 9 points on the day, 5 goals, 4 assists. Now we'll go late to the contest. The Xtreme still down by 1. And the Titans defense were caught napping. It'll be their captain, Brandon Peterson, who gets the pass, spins off a defender, and puts it 5-hole. And we got a tie ball game at 13. And for the second straight game, the Xtreme are headed to overtime. Jaden Bouvier will play the hero just 29 seconds into the extra frame. The Xtreme win it 14-13.
Not sticking with the system, returning the ball over still far too much. I feel like we're one of the better teams in this league, and we have to come to play every night. And sometimes we go into little lulls, and it really starts hurting us. And just got to avoid that, I guess.
I don't know. I've just been really excited to play at home lately, and I hope that's reflecting on the team, and I think that's helping us win.
Now, the Capital District Minor Football Tier 1 Championship had to be moved to Clairview due to a field conflict. Nevertheless, the Lloydminster Red Dogs beat the Edmonton Chargers 63-28. The Canines were down 14-0 early, but came back with a vengeance. Congratulations to the Red Dogs. Now to some baseball. The Northwest AAA Prairie Pirates left the weekend with a 1-4 record after losing their double-header to Munster 3-0 and 2-0 on Sunday. The Pirates are now back in action this upcoming Friday against the Southeast Twins, and Saturday they face the Regina Athletics. Both games will be played in Saskatoon.